Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another edition of Critiquing with Carr and another episode of Memorable Movie Mondays. Thank you for taking your time out on a wonderful Monday to join us here on the podcast. This week's edition, we have another great movie, one of the greatest of all time in my humblest opinion. But before I say what film it is, let's get into some of the regular stuff we have to talk about. As always, if you've enjoyed this podcast, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking that heart or like button, turning on the bell notification button so you're up to date on those platforms when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share button so you can help grow the podcast with all your friends and family. If you want other ways of news and updates regarding the podcast, follow on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. Now let's get to the good stuff. On this week's edition of Memorable Movie Mondays, we have a great movie for you today, as I mentioned, one of the greatest ever made in the history of movies. And that's because today's Memorable Movie Monday review is none other than Forrest Gump. Leading the charge with this film as the director is Robert Zemeckis. The screenwriter for this film is Eric Roth. This movie was based off the book Forrest Gump by Winston Groom. This film was produced by Wendy Fisherman, Steve Tisch, and Steve Starkey. The main cast for this film is as follows: Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, Michael T. Williamson, and Sally Field. The cinematographer for this film was Don Burgess. It was edited by Arthur Schmidt, and the music was done by Alan Silvestri. The production company for this film was the Tisch Company. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. It was released in Los Angeles on June 23, 1994, and nationally in the United States on July 9th of 1994 as well. The runtime for this film was 142 minutes. The budget for this movie was $55 million, and the box office total was $678.2 million. In terms of the accolades, they are as follows. At the 1995 Academy Awards, it was nominated for 13 awards, of which it won 6. Robert Zemeckis won Best Picture and Best Director. Tom Hanks won Best Actor in a Leading Role. Eric Roth won for Best Adapted Screenplay. Arthur Schmidt won for Best Film Editing. Ken Ralston, George Murphy, Stephen Rosbaum, and Alan Hall all won for Best Visual Effects. At the 1995 Golden Globe Awards, it was nominated for 5 awards, of which it won 3. It won for Best Motion Picture in a Drama. Robert Zemeckis won Best Director. And Tom Hanks won for Best Actor in a Leading Role for a Drama Film. At the 1995 BAFTA Awards, it was nominated for 7 awards and won 2. Eric Roth won Best Adapted Screenplay. And Ken Ralston, George Murphy, Stephen Rosbaum, and Alan Hall all won for Best Visual Effects. At the 1995 Screen Actor Guild Awards, it was nominated for 3 awards, of which Tom Hanks was the only winner for Outstanding Actor in a Leading Role. At the 1995 Directors Guild of America Awards, Robert Zemeckis was nominated for Outstanding Directing in a Feature Film. The 1995 MTV Movie and TV Awards, Tom Hanks was nominated for Best Male Performance. The 1995 Writers Guild of America Awards, Eric Roth was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. And at the 1995 AFI Awards, it won AFI Movie of the Year. And as always, it's come to one of my favorite parts of these reviews, which was when I list off the top 10 highest grossing films of that year's release, being 1994 for this review. Coming at number 10 was The Santa Claus. It was distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. It had a worldwide gross of $189.8 million, and the lead actors were Tim Allen and Judge Reinhold. Coming at number 9 was Clear and Present Danger. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. It had a worldwide gross of $215.8 million, and the lead actors were Harrison Ford and William Dafoe. Coming at number 8 was Interview with the Vampire. It was distributed by Warner Brothers. It had a worldwide gross of $223.6 million, and the lead actors were Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Kristen Dunst. Coming at number 7 was Dumb and Dumber. It was distributed by New Line Cinema. It had a worldwide gross of $247.2 million, and the lead actors were Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. And coming at number 6 was The Flintstones. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. The worldwide gross was $341.6 million, and the lead actors were John Goodman, Rick Moranis, and Rosie O'Donnell. Coming at number 5 was Speed. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The worldwide gross was $350.4 million, and the lead actors were Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, and Dennis Hopper. And coming at number 4 was The Mask. It was distributed by New Line Cinema. It had a worldwide gross of $351.5 million, and the lead actors were Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. Coming at number 3 was True Lies. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. It had a worldwide gross of $378.8 million, and the lead actors were Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tom Arnold. Coming at number 2 was Forrest Gump. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. It had a worldwide gross of $678.2 million, and the lead actors were Tom Cruise, Robin Wright, and Gary Sinise. And coming in at number 1 as 1994's highest-grossing film was The Lion King. It was distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. It had a worldwide gross of $987.4 million, and the lead actors were Matthew Broderick, Jeremy Irons, and James Earl Jones. And now it comes time to my favorite part, which is my likes and dislikes of this movie. Forrest Gump is a cinematic masterpiece that has left an indelible mark on audiences since its release. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, the film takes viewers on a remarkable journey through the life of its titular character, played brilliantly by Tom Hanks. With a perfect blend of drama, comedy, adventure, action, and heartfelt messages, Forrest Gump stands as one of the greatest films of all time. The film's opening immediately captivates viewers, with the iconic music and the camera panning from Forrest's shoes. This simple yet effective technique invites the audience to focus on what unfolds on the screen. The storytelling approach, beginning with Forrest narrating his life story to strangers at a bus stop, creates an engaging narrative structure that leaves viewers curious until the film's conclusion. One of the film's strengths lies in the portrayal of Forrest's mother, played brilliantly by Sally Field. Her unwavering support and unconditional love for her son resonates deeply, making her character one of the most endearing aspects of the film. The incorporation of real U.S. events seamlessly into the fictional narrative, with Forrest being connected to key moments like college integration, Vietnam, the Nixon Watergate scandal, adds a layer of depth and historical context. The introduction of Lieutenant Dan Taylor, portrayed by Gary Sinise, adds a compelling dynamic to the story. Sinise's performance captures the transformation of a character who initially wants to die in battle, but eventually finds purpose and redemption. The film's soundtrack is truly immaculate, perfectly complementing the emotional beast and enhancing the overall viewing experience. However, like everything, there are some dislikes I have, which I'll mention right now. While Forrest Gump showcases the positive and supportive nature of Forrest's character, it is disheartening to witness Jenny's mistreatment of him. Jenny's tendency to only use Forrest when she needs sympathy after leading a tumultuous life feels exploitative and fails to reciprocate the unconditional love Forrest constantly shows her. The relationship between Forrest and Jenny often mirrors the dynamic of Lenny and George from Of Mice and Men, leaving viewers with a sense of unease. The poor continuity in certain scenes, like the boat's direction while Forrest dives into the water, detracts from the film's overall polish. In conclusion, Forrest Gump is a timeless masterpiece that seamlessly blends various genres and delivers a poignant and uplifting story. The film's perfect length and pacing ensures the viewers remain engaged from beginning to end. Tom Hanks delivers an exceptional performance embodying the innocence, resilience, and unwavering love that define Forrest Gump. The movie's ability to intertwine elements of history with the fictional narrative is both impressive and comical, creating a unique viewing experience. While the film explores themes of love, destiny, and the pursuit of happiness, it also highlights the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. Forrest Gump boasts an ensemble cast that delivers unforgettable performances, with Sally Field as the epitome of maternal devotion and Gary Sinise as a testament to the power of redemption. The film's soundtrack elevates every scene, evoking emotions and enhancing the storytelling. In the end, Forrest Gump is a cinematic gem that continues to resonate with audiences of all generations. His timeless story of an extraordinary man navigating an ordinary world leaves a lasting impact, reminding us of the power of love, kindness, and the pursuit of our dreams. That being said, with what time we have left, I am proud to give this film a very good score, a near perfect score of 9.5 out of 10 Diamond Daves. If you've enjoyed this week's edition of Critiquing with Carr, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking that heart or like button, turning post notifications so you're updated on those platforms when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share button so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr so you know other ways of getting updates regarding the show. And until next time, my friends, happy viewing.